Hello, Facebook friends and family. How are you guys doing today? I hope that everyone is doing wonderful and well, per usual, on this good Saturday morning. It is May the 3rd, and it is 9:06 a.m. I've been up for a little minute now, probably for about like 3 hours, 2.5, 3 hours, somewhere up in there. And I was just laying down thinking, I'm actually about to get ready to jot down some notes in my digital diary as far as like writing in my little digital diary book. So I'm about to get ready to do that. And I'm going to start it off a little different today because I actually want to do an update as far as like I want to hop into current time and talk about something and then get back to my story or whatever. But get ready to brush my teeth or whatever. I just got done cleaning myself up. But, and yes, I still got to put my wig on. So, just chop it up with me while I get ready. But, anywho, I just got done wiping down my face with like some water. Tomorrow or so, I'll probably try to get back to using like some face wash or something. Because my skin not burning to touch no more. Feels really good actually. But anywho, I had made a video yesterday and I had already been saying like I have had like one of the craziest weeks or whatever. With the fact of being put out of my house and everything like that, which again, I was only in the house for 2 months and 3 weeks and I paid 2 months worth of rent, but I still had to leave. And I wasn't even gonna ask, let's just say I fuck with a nigga who got a good job and everything and I could have asked him for some money. I'm not doing that because something in the milk ain't clean. And I done rented plenty of houses before, and usually when you go through like a rental company and stuff, you got to be 3 months behind in rent sometimes. Like when you go to have a judgment, it's rules to putting people out of a house, especially when you have a lease or you have the address on your ID or something like that. It's rules to putting people out of a house. And I know that because I've rented houses before. So that's why I said, you know, I'm a very smart individual, and I kind of figured I was only going to be there for about 2 months anyway. So, granted, like, I like having my own space. I knew it was some fuckery with that house in the first place. And when we got put out, me and my kids, we had stayed 4 days at the hotel, at the room out in Southfield or whatever. Then I came to my brother's house. And I love my brother. I say that all the time. But I cannot stand having to come to my brother's house. And it's not because of my brother. It's because this area, I just hate it. Or whatever. And I can always tell when there's some fuckery in the air. And I made a status the day before yesterday, and I said I got a feeling that I'm going to have to call the authorities over here. And I wasn't talking about like on my brother or anybody in his house. I wasn't even talking about the neighbors or nothing like that. I just was saying like I got a feeling the authorities are going to be called over here. And sure enough, yesterday the police ended up having to be called over here. And it was not because of me or anything like that. But this stupid ass bitch across the street wanted to come over here starting shit for whatever reason. My brother friend was outside, and my brother friend is a really nice guy. You know, he don't never start no problems with nobody. He's really quiet, pretty much like my brother or whatever. And the girl, he was parked in front of the girl's house that she has recently purchased. Now the house still looked like a bando. It got the clear fake ass polyglass door up. It got caution tape going across the porch. Like if you were just to drive down the street, you would think that the house is an abandoned house. But when I used to live at my brother's house before I had just moved and I just had my Traverse and my car randomly stopped working and shit, I used to park it across the street in front of the abandoned house. And my friend kept telling me like, move your car because somebody keeps saying that they gonna tow it. They gonna tow it. Even though this is a regular street. You can park on the street. That's the side you're supposed to park on, actually, because the bus comes down on this side. But somebody was doing something to my car. Like the fuck I said. But my brother friend happened to park across the street yesterday, and the girl pulls up and she want to start arguing and shit. And, you know, again, he's very nice and polite. He was changing his tires, so he only had 3 tires on his truck. And he was trying to put the other one on, and she pulled up like she didn't want him in front of her house or nothing like that. And I was inside of my brother's house minding my business till I heard an altercation going on outside of arguing. And then I went outside to make sure there wasn't nobody arguing with my motherfucking brother. And I seen that the girl was arguing with my brother friend, and she don't want nobody parked in the front of her house. Now I can see if he was inside of her driveway, because your driveway is a part of your house and your property, but parked in front of the street and on the curb, that's the city of Detroit's property, bitch. So I came outside and I just started listening, and she was talking to him so disrespectful, like, you a little ass bitch, talking to 2 grown men, disrespectful as fuck, calling them all type of bitches, and I fuck you up, and I ain't scared of no niggas, and this, that, and I wanted that bitch to put her baby toe in my brother's driveway so I could be off with her motherfucking head. But anywho, she picking up his tools, disrespecting this man now. Picking up his tools, throwing them, talk about, get from in the front of my house, fuck you, fuck this, that, and the other. But you know, I said people be acting weird as fuck because people be hiding dead bodies and drugs and shit in their backyards, the basement of these abandoned ass houses, and in the walls and shit. And that's why bitches be so hostile over a motherfucking bando that you don't even live in. You come and visit this bitch every other day. Either you work for the feds and that house is the feds' house and they watching this whole motherfucking block like the fuck I said, or you need to be investigated by the motherfucking feds because you was on some weird ass shit. But when I say shit like that, people always be thinking that I'm the problem or I'm coming over trying to start some shit. No, you look how you're acting because somebody is parked in the front of your house. Not your driveway, but the front of your house on a public street. Then you act like you wanted it to be a problem, but then you the one who ended up calling the police. You act like you wanted it to be a problem because somebody was parked in the front of your house, but you the one who ends up calling the police. Y'all calling the police and shit. I was watching this stupid ass shit. The police showed up to this bitch faster than they did when my god brother from next door was actually outside shooting for real. And I was calling the police and them motherfuckers wasn't even showing up. They showed up for this bitch because somebody was parked in front of her motherfucking house. Do you get what I'm saying? How shit be such a fucking setup. Like, you wanted somebody to come across that street so you could say somebody was on your property and you had the right to call the police. But bitch, like I had said, stepped a motherfucking toe over here. If you had to came halfway across the street, you was gonna get your ass whooped. But when the police pulled up, she started trying to act like she was gonna walk up on my brother. And all I was hearing was Medea. Like, you better not put your hands on them. You better not put your hands on them. That's all I could hear. And when they got a little heated and a gun came out or whatever, and I'm just like, oh, please shoot this bitch. You know how, like, on Tyler Perry's Why Did I Get Married? When Jill Scott finally hit her husband in the head with the bottle and knocked him the fuck out. And then Angela was like, ugh, I hope he's dead. That's how I was feeling. Like, as soon as he pulled that gun out yesterday, I'm like, ugh, I hope he shoot this hoe. Because, bitch, you really being fake, phony, and causing a scene like you big and bad, for one. Like you was big and bad. But under the same breath, I'll call so-and-so over here. I'll call so-and-so over here. That's people's problem. Why you gotta call so-and-so over here? You take this ass whooping by your motherfucking self. For your property. But people be trying to set up shit to have you act irate and step out of character so that they can call the police on you and shit. And that is crazy. Well, what you acting like that for? If it ain't no dead bodies or hidden drugs in that raggedy ass motherfucking house across the street. That, mind you, I contacted the Detroit Land Bank about this house and everything like 2 or 3 years ago. And they kept on saying it wasn't for sale. It wasn't for sale. They couldn't sell it. They couldn't do this. They couldn't do that. Then I pull up over here and it's some Mexicans look like they was working on it. Then after that, it looked like this girl finally bought it. When I say something in the milk ain't clean, something in the milk ain't clean. But don't be coming over here starting on motherfucking shit. And like I said, it's just like, as soon as I come to my brother's house, it seemed like it be some bullshit, but it don't be me starting the shit. I said the authorities was going to get called over here. I ain't the one who called them. I would have whipped that bitch ass. She had to came the fuck up here talking up in my motherfucking brother face like she was trying to do his friend. But see, she was smart. She wanted somebody to come on her property. That's why she kept saying, get off my property. I need to look that bitch up and see if she even owned it for real and find out what the fuck her name is. What's the website? PTA.Wayne something, where you look up the property taxes and who own houses. And you actually see if they foreclosed and behind on taxes and who really owns it and stuff like that. Like, girl, the feds probably own that bitch. And again, it or the police. Because these motherfucking police be killing motherfuckers and hiding their bodies in abandoned houses and backyards, burying them and shit. And then they be pretending to find them. Like they did some detective work. Fuck out of here. Bitch, you put that body there. This is the most ghettoest thing, but so what? People do get readies with me all the time, so fuck it. Help me, Lord. Okay, my bad. Shit. Okay. Anywho, I had noticed that it was something else that had occurred too, that I had noticed that I didn't speak on yet. It's something going on. It's something going on in Southfield. Like, I gotta let this energy come in a little bit more. When I went to the hotel, though, I spent the 4 days at the room in Southfield. And while I was there, I didn't really talk to much people because I was in a room with my kids. But I did have me some weed, so I would periodically go outside and smoke or whatever because I didn't want to smoke in the room. I didn't want to risk getting put out or nothing like that, especially since I needed me and my kids to be able to be there. And in the midst of me being there those 4 days, y'all know me, I just stay to myself, but I always seem to like find out information and shit. So apparently the hotel that I was at, they had just like got busted the week before I got there for sex trafficking. They said it was all over the news, but I didn't see it or whatever. Plus, I've been to that hotel before. That's why I chose that hotel, because I knew that they had like stoves, full-size refrigerators, and a decent amount of space for what I needed or whatever. So I had ended up talking to this guy. He was down there smoking or whatnot with his grandkid, his grandchild or something like that. And he was like a little drunk or whatever. You know, I don't know if he did drugs or nothing. He didn't seem to be like high as far as out of his mind, but he was a little bit drunk or whatnot. And he's not a guy who I would talk to as far as like dating, but he had asked me for my number or whatever. And I want to say his little nephew probably was about 2 years old or something like that. But he had asked me for my number, and I just was talking to him. I'm like, oh, okay, whatever. I had gave him my number, but like not to be talking to him as far as dating or anything like that. I don't know what he could possibly call me for, other than some people just be needing to vent, like me. That's why I have a digital diary. So, you know, I had ended up giving him the number or whatnot. He's like, yeah, I live in the hotel, blase splee, da 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 da. So I'm like, oh, okay. You know, he like, how long you been living here? I'm like, oh, I don't live here, but I've only been here for a few days, and I'm leaving tomorrow because my checkout was the next day or whatever. So again, he had asked me for my number, and I had gave it to him. Then this lady comes downstairs. She apparently lives at the room too. And the man was saying like, yeah, I be seeing her all the time. She don't speak to me though. She been living here for about 7 months. And I'm like, damn, how you know she want me to know her business or whatever? He like, well, I ain't telling her business. I'm just saying I live here. She live here too. So the lady got mad, and she like, why are you speaking on me? And I'm like, yeah, maybe you shouldn't be speaking on her, especially since she right here. You shouldn't be talking about her if she's not sitting right here. So she was like, it's not even that, you know, like most guys just be feeling like women are entitled to talk to them. Like, I don't know you, I don't have to talk to you. Well, she's right. And I was like, well, yeah, but you know, some people, they just be venting, you know, they don't mean no harm or whatever. And the guy, again, he drunk, he down there with his nephew who only about 2 and need a little bit of assistance, probably like a pamper change or, you know, a bath and stuff like that. So again, I wasn't judging. I was just listening to him vent. You know, shit, I'm not judging you for living in a hotel or nothing either, because under circumstances, me and my kids are here right now. So, you know, I just had gave him the number or whatever, and then he ended up going upstairs. And when he went upstairs, she was like, see, and you said you gave him your number. I don't know what you're going to get out of that. I'm like, you know, ma'am, I don't ever have to see that man another day in my life. Or even if I do, I don't owe him a explanation of why I didn't answer the phone if he happens to even call me, which the man still haven't called me to this day. But even if he happens to call me and I don't answer the phone because I don't got to, I don't have to give him an explanation. I don't got to worry about seeing him again. I can block his number and all that. And that's why I be giving away my number sometimes, because, bitch, I can give you this number. I don't give a fuck. I could put you on the block list too. What you gonna do? Keep on calling me off of other numbers, and I'm gonna block them motherfuckers too. And particularly this number right here, I don't care to have much longer. I'm just waiting for some shit to be over with, and I'm getting me a new phone and changing my number anyway, because I be feeling like people be hacking my phone. But other than that, I don't really care. I don't talk to nobody on my phone but my kids, my brother, and Tobias. That's why I don't give a fuck to have a phone. You know, long as my kids know how to reach me, I'll be straight. I don't talk to people for real or whatever. So I was telling her, I'm like, yeah, I don't let it stress me out. I ain't thinking twice about it. But it's just like what he was saying. And she was like, see, you can't be talking to everybody. This same hotel just got busted for sex trafficking and shit like that. And I was like, oh, okay. And I still wasn't afraid of being at the hotel. Neither was I afraid of my daughters being there or anything either, because I don't walk in fear. And I ain't worried about nobody sex trafficking me in that way. You know, people want to sex traffic me, they gotta try to sneak and do the shit. Cause I ain't no bitch that they about to try to come and kidnap. I mean, can't believe you tried it, bitch. You played. They tried it. They tried it. That's why they know better. When you do better, when you know better, you do better. Okay? So I ain't really worried about the sex trafficking as far as that or whatever. But I was just noticing the hotel cleaning staff was weird as fuck. And not all of them, the one particular one that I kept seeing, is like, it'd be a whole bunch of shit going on. And I just be peeping shit. That's why people don't like me for real. Because I peep shit. And when I do, I be having to speak about it. I just get on my digital diary and talk about the shit. And I kept on saying, like, I feel something about that energy of that 17-year-old girl that came up missing. I think her name is London Thomas or something like that. I don't know her, never seen her. I don't know her family or anything like that. But I got a 17-year-old daughter too. And the day before I seen her story air on the news, I made a video and I said it's about to be a 17-year-old girl that come up missing. And she's getting like gang raped or something. Sex trafficked at a hotel. And then the day that I happened to go to a hotel, because me and my kids get put out of the house or whatever, then all of a sudden they get a tip, an anonymous tip that her body might be found in Southfield, which is where I particularly decided to go, which is in Southfield. Now, I don't know what area of Southfield or whatnot she was found in, but I'm trying to tell you some shit ain't right. And these motherfucking hotels and shit, they be having people working in them. They don't be checking for IDs for real, making sure that you are the correct age and all that type of shit. That's why all these little TikTok teenagers and these little teenagers that be going to these hotel parties and Airbnbs and shit, and then they be coming up missing and don't nobody know who rented the room. Wasn't nobody at the front desk and all that type of bullshit. It be setups, organized crimes where people work together and shit. And I'm saying that because when I was at this hotel, I noticed a lot of young people there. Like a lot of young studs and young boys and shit like that. It was a lot of young activity going on in that bitch. More so throughout the end of the week, of course. And it was these females, and they were studs, like young studs, probably like 20, 21 or something. And I keep saying studs because you can tell that they were females. And you know how I be talking about growing my little chin hairs, or I have a patch here and then like a patch here? Well, no, it looked like they were taking hormones to actually grow a whole beard. Like the under their necks, the sides and everything, the goatee, the mustache. It looked as if these females were taking hormones to grow beards. And then I started channeling like it's a lot of scientific experiments going on. You see how I say like people be watching me and watching everything I do and saying shit? Like I'm hearing it's a breeding lab. It's a breeding lab and they're using humans as test dummies. Like I'm hearing people getting paid like $2,500 a month or something to use test trials like drugs on people and shit. Like, for instance, I said it was females there. They looked like they was about 20, 21 or something, but they had full grown beards. I'm hearing it's like experimental drugs and stuff is being tested out on people. They getting paid to be lab rats. Almost $3,000 a month. Something is going on like that. And these people run sex trafficking rings and shit like that. And I'm hearing like gang raping and gang stalking. You ever seen a video where like a female trying to turn another female out, like in jail or something, and they gang up on the bitch and start doing all type of shit to her till they turn around and she start liking girls and shit? Something like that is taking place, and it's being done by these studs who is growing beards or some shit. What the fuck? But yes, it's like a fascination. It's an experiment. I'm hearing MK Ultra, cloning, and test dummies. I got a card that say that too. Something like that is going on, and these idiots is getting paid for this shit. And they're getting paid to gang stalk people and lure in other people. And when you don't agree to this shit, they want to kill you and shit. Something is going on in Southfield. It's a lot of hotels in Southfield too, and ditches. And that's crazy because I was talking about I was talking to my friend and we was talking about Windows 5% tinted. Can't even see it's me. I'm like, I don't be driving cars. Like all of my cars, I usually end up getting a Windows 5% tinted. And we was joking about laughing and not being able to see at night. And I was telling him about me backing into a ditch in Southfield one time. And that was before we had got put out. And this was like 2 or 3 days before, or like a week before. And I was talking to him about driving into a ditch in Southfield one time. Something is going on. Somebody's body is in the ditch or some shit like that. And it's bringing me to, I keep on talking about hidden bodies in the basement, in the backyards and shit like that. And speaking of somebody working with the feds and shit, the part of the London story that I caught, I think they said her boyfriend had just got, his house had just got raided like 2 weeks before she came up missing or whatever. She probably was informant. Or she probably had ended up needing to be questioned or something like that. And they knocked her off because she wasn't going to just know about whatever the fuck was in the house. She was going to know about, I'm hearing like this ring, this sex trafficking ring or something. She was going to know about other shit that she was going to be able to speak about. So it was off with her head. And that's what I'm saying. Like, it's some weird ass shit going on. These bitches acting weird about these houses and shit. First of all, hoes be stealing houses for one. But they be acting weird, don't want you on the property, don't want you stepping up on the property and shit like that, but you don't live here, barely be here, you come to visit, you only walk around in the backyard real quick, run through the house real quick, and then you out. Like, no, you either stashing some shit, hiding some shit. It could even be something like insurance papers, money about wills and shit. You know, people hide money in walls too, and they hide wills and shit in walls and shit, and they only tell certain people where it's at, so when they die, that they can go and get it and shit. Something like that is taking place. And it's like you either stole some money, you stole some drugs, you got hidden documents or something. Somebody is hiding them in a ditch or in the walls of a house or in the backyard and shit. That's why shit going bad for a lot of motherfuckers. Like, and this is why I say you shouldn't work with groups of people, because then y'all start turning on each other and shit. People start coming up dead and missing out your own motherfucking clique. It's because somebody from the clique killed them because they didn't want to be exposed and they didn't want shit to be brought to the fucking light. Something like that is going on. That's the energy that I'm picking up on. And I don't know what's my fascination with this girl, London. It's my fascination is the fact that I said a 17-year-old girl was about to come up missing. And then I get up the next day and the 17-year-old girl missing is the first thing on my YouTube timeline. That's why I'm so into it. Like, what the fuck was I tapping into? And at the same time, my daughter and my teenagers was gone with their cousins. It was his birthday, so they was going out to eat with him and shit. And then they was supposed to be going bowling, and then they was coming home. And I think he ain't my nephew, but I call him my nephew because I knew him since he was a baby. But that's my kid's cousin from their daddy's side. His birthday, I think he was turning 19. Yeah, because Lex about to be 18, so Malik about to be 19. Malik just turned 19. So you see, they almost 20 and shit. But I was picking up on this 17-year-old girl. I don't know if my kids was in Southfield or they was in the energy or something. So whatever the case may have been, when my kids left, I started channeling somebody else's kids' energy. Is what I'm trying to say. And I've never seen that girl. Don't know nothing about her. Don't know her boyfriend. Never seen him or anything like that. I never lived in Inkster because I believe she was from Inkster, even though her body was found in Southfield. I don't even know people who live in Inkster. They said her cell phone was last pinged at a school in Westland. But I keep talking about these school occults too. And how people be teaching kids to do spell work and to gang stalk and to target other kids. And she was 17 years old and her boyfriend or ex-boyfriend was 23 years old. Like, Probably pimping her out. Not trying to say it like that or nothing, but you never know. And I keep on picking up on this sex trafficking shit. And what your house get raided for? Raided for what? Drugs or something different? No. These little young ass motherfucking kids. 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. These is, yeah. I'm hearing the world. Like the gay world. You know how they say the LGBTQ or whatever the fuck the initials is, the letters or the acronyms, whatever that is, the world, they call it the world. The gay world and shit like that. I'm hearing something like that, like somebody is into like trying to turn people out. Like, you gonna do what I say. I bet you I can turn her out. I bet you I can turn him out. And some shit went left with somebody. Or somebody did something to somebody, laced them and recorded them doing something like same sex and tried to blackmail them with that or something. Something is going on like that. In the form of sex trafficking, sex tapes, blackmailing, and with young people like 21, 22, 23, 24 years old. Yeah, no. But I was picking up on that energy. It's something about her story. I don't know if it's just because too, and I got a 17-year-old daughter. My 17-year-old daughter, light skinned like that and shit too. Like, it's something about her that maybe she gonna come to me. And I ain't trying to be funny. Maybe her spirit gonna come to me for real. Because something happened to her. And it's so crazy that I just happened to be in Southfield and that tip got called in. I didn't call it in. I didn't even know where the story, but she was found in a truck that was randomly parked in Southfield and had been sitting in front of somebody's house for about 2 weeks. 2 motherfucking weeks. 2 weeks. You ain't call or report a stolen car. You ain't put it on the Facebook or some type of social media like, hey, anybody missing a so-and-so, so-and-so. It's been parked in front of my car for about 2 weeks now. Parked in front of my house for about 2 weeks now. That's just like speaking of people being on people's property. When I was just on Bennett and that girl came and she was in my motherfucking driveway blowing all, smoking weed and all types of shit. And I kept on saying like, hey, who is that? Who's that in my driveway? Hey, who was that? And she wasn't saying nothing. Then when I walked to her car and knocked on her car window, that's not how you do it. No, people weird as fuck. And bitch, when you in my driveway, you in my motherfucking property. Like I said, the street is for everybody to park on. It's something like scare tactic. People tried to bully somebody. People was trying to like really push somebody in a corner or some shit like that. But that's the same thing. I like Shanquella Robinson and Kanika Jenkins and shit. That's what I'm saying. It's something about these hotels and Airbnbs and organized crime and young teenagers and young adults and gang rivalries, gang stalking and being paid to harass other people's kids and shit, to sacrifice them so you can come up. That's what is happening and has been taking place. And I've been talking about this shit ever since Kanika Jenkins died. And ever since they tried to pull the same shit on me. Like, it'll be your own friends and shit that'll set you up. No, she was last seen with her boyfriend. Right. And then half these niggas be trying to convince you to get into polygamist ass shit with another jealous ass bitch who will kill your motherfucking ass over some weak ass dick. What is you motherfuckers in here doing? Get out! Cosmo. Goddamn dog. Where are my flat art clothes? There. My bad. But something is going on like that. Something is going on. And it's something about head and body. I don't give a fuck. In the basements, in the backyards. And now I'm hearing Travis Scott, Butterfly Effect. And that's crazy. But you in the mob soon as you rock the chain. Like these little young ass teenagers and shit, they out here sacrificing for shit like chains. You get what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you do this, I'll buy you a chain. I'll buy you some Balenciagas. I'll buy you this, I'll buy you that, I'll buy you this, and you do this, and you do that. Like, it's some fuckery going on. You in the mob, soon as you rock the chain. Pop it, for this life I cannot change. In the hills, deep off in the sweet like candy cane. Pop it. Like, yeah, in the hills. Deep off in the lanes and shit. Like, no, somebody... I'm seeing trails, like mountain trails. That's why it's Southfield, and I was talking about ditches. And you know how they got these parks, and these parks got all the woods and shit like that? Somebody did something to somebody. They put them in a park or something. They getting high off of some pills or something. Pop it. For this life I cannot change. In the hills, deep off in the something sweet like candy cane. I used to be listening to that song. Like when I used to talk to Mac and I would be at the barbershop, he would always play that song. While I'm talking about sex trafficking and shit. And remember I said he used to be talking about OnlyFans and this, that, and the other. That's what I'm saying. Something is going on. Pop it. For this life I cannot change. And somebody be popping pills like somebody is an addict. They probably accidentally fucking raped somebody or some shit like that because they was high off of some pills or something. You raped some... Huh? Get down. But yeah, pop it, for this life I cannot change. In the hills, deep off in the land. Yep, somebody probably went to a room or some shit like that, a hotel party with somebody that was off to all type of pills, lean, coke, shrooms, you name it, they was on it. And some shit went left. And they done hid this girl in the park in Southfield. Or in a ditch or something. They was at the room or something. That's why I keep saying it's these rooms and Airbnbs. It's these rooms and Airbnbs. I'm seeing it. And that's what I'm saying. I'm hearing cleanup crew. And it's like the people who work at these hotels and shit, they be in on and shit. Like, bitch, you know you seen blood and shit on the motherfucking sheets. You just got rid of them and shit. Because you was part of the plan. Got paid off. Oh, hell no. Yeah. This shit about to come to the light. I'm hearing it won't be long. It won't be long. I I don't know nobody from Inkster, but I used to listen to this little rapping group. I think they was from Inkster. I can't remember what they was called. LOM or something like that. LOM, Frenchie or something like that. I used to be listening to these little rap songs or whatever. This one me and Al used to be talking because Al used to be listening to them. And it was from Inkster, if I'm not mistaken. It's some shit going on. I said, though, too, in the video probably like last month that it was about to be something that happened with a Detroit rapper and a whole bunch of shit was going to come to light about how they don't make their money off of rapping, but they make their money off of sex trafficking and scamming and some shit like that. I'm trying to tell y'all what the fuck I be picking up on. Mind you, I don't know none of these people, though. Never seen them, never talked to them, or no shit like that. But this is the energy that I'm getting. I be knowing shit. And that just bring me back to that girl yesterday. She told me, what, you fucking a DA? You fucking a DA or some shit? Like, girl, is this power? Do you think this power? I told y'all my life like Power, BMF, Tubi movies and shit. I wasn't playing. And the thing about it is, I don't be doing shit, though, but minding my motherfucking business. It's my gifts. It's my gifts. People don't be believing it, though. I'm here. Do you believe in magic? Any young girls hunt? Or whatever the shit said. I'm the magic. I'm the magic. I'm the psychic investigator. I'm the medium. I'm the gifted one. I'm that one. I'm here in future. I'm that nigga, but I'm that bitch. I'm that one. The one to go to. For the live, the living and the dead. And now I'm here. I'm about my motherfucking bread. I need the whole loaf. Somebody passed over and they had a lot of money. Like, they was kind of like a loan shark per se. Like, they ain't played that shit. You owe me my money, you gonna pay me my money type of ordeal. Somebody like that has passed over. They either got killed or something, or they just ended up dying. I'm here at a young age. So probably like in their 30s or 40s, they ended up passing away. But this person was about their money. I'm about my motherfucking bread. I need the whole loaf. This person was about their money. Somebody killed them out of jealousy and stole some money from them and some money from their kids. I'm here, you stole from my kids, bitch. This person's spirit is here too. Like, you would have never did this if I was alive. I'm here, you would have never got away with this if my brother was alive. Somebody's brother got killed. Or somebody did something to their brother to steal some money or some shit like that. Or some money from their kids, their niece, their nephew. Somebody's brother died and he left his kid some money and their brother stole it. And I'm here to collect, bitch. I'm about my motherfucking bread. I need the whole loaf. Like, oh, you thought you was gonna steal? I'm here, my son. You thought you was gonna steal from my son and you wasn't gonna have to pay for this shit? Like, oh, hell no, big dog. I'm about my motherfucking bread. I need the whole loaf. Like, my son need all his shit, bitch. Whether I'm dead or not, you gonna pay my son his motherfucking money, is what I'm hearing. So somebody didn't play that shit. They was like a loan shark or something. Or they had a lot of money and they didn't play that shit. And they ended up dying. I'm hearing in like cancer. Somebody had cancer or something. Who died of cancer? That's making me think about my homie. Because I haven't seen him in some years. And the last time I seen him, I kept asking him what the fuck was wrong with him. Because he kept on throwing up. But he ain't tell me no shit like he had some cancer or some shit like that. He probably wouldn't have wanted to tell me though, because he knew that everybody that I knew done died already from like cancer or kidney failure, dialysis or something like that. He knew my mama, my grandma, my uncle, like anybody who was ever in my life as an adult or something, they already died from being sick. So if he was sick, he probably wouldn't even wanted to tell me that shit, because he knew it would have fucked me up. But then you left your brother in charge to give me something, and instead of him giving it to me, he stole it. And thought he was just going to get away with it. And that's why I'm hearing about my motherfucking bread. I need the whole loaf. I'm here, or you going to come to the other side with me. Like, your brother going to come back and kill you. I'm hearing Scar and Mufasa. Like, your brother is here to collect because you stole from his son. Yeah, Scar, Mufasa, Simba, Lion King. Like, this person left their son money because their son was their son. This is who's going to be able to carry on their legacy and shit. I'm hearing whether you had the same last name or not. Like, that's my son. That's who can carry out my legacy. That's who I left money to, and you stole it. Yes, I'm seeing Lion King. So, somebody is sick with cancer, or maybe this person's brother who stole the money, now he got cancer because it's his karma. Like, you stole from my son. You stole. I keep hearing like, you stole from my son. You stole from my son. And that's why you got cancer. Because you, so in your ego, you don't even want to give him his money back. You don't want to give him nothing that belongs to him. I'm hearing, where is his house? Like, who the fuck did you think you was to be calling some shots? Like, I trusted you. I trusted you before I died. And I told you what to do. And you specifically went behind my motherfucking back. And you did what you wanted to do. Acting like you came up off some money or something. You want to come up off my death, nigga? That's what I'm hearing. Like, you want to come up off my motherfucking death. I died in this bitch. And you stole from my motherfucking son and tried to make it seem like you was a boss ass nigga. And now I'm hearing, the baby, Rockstar. Where he like, he be like, my mama always knew her baby boy would be the one to be making all the money and shit like that. I'm hearing that right now. So maybe this was somebody's younger brother who passed away, and he asked his older brother to deliver some money in a will or some shit like that, and his brother stole it and lied to the whole fucking family about the shit. I'm hearing, in the family going through all type of bullshit because of you. Like, you about to get indicted, you dealing with the feds, you dealing with raids and all that shit. You know why you dealing with that shit? Because you stole that motherfucking money. That's why you dealing with all that shit. And the family is suffering because of this shit. I told you, some people will fuck up the whole bloodline. Some people fuck up the whole bloodline. Somebody had an older brother who stole a life insurance policy or a will. This person is also in like some type of cult or something. Like, that's why they thought that they was going to get away with this shit. Anyway, I'm hearing Masons. Like, they felt like since they was a Mason, they was going to get away with this shit. Like, that they had people in high places and secret societies and judges and lawyers. And they knew people who could help them cover this shit up. But everybody is under investigation now. Everybody. I'm hearing the whole family. But that's just like, okay. Say that my homie, I don't know my dad's side of the family, right? But I had a homie that I had went to school with, I grew up with, and everything like that. We was cool. Thick as thieves. Cool. 2 peas in a pot. And fucked around and had a baby, and then later on we found out we was cousins or something. which I ain't saying this is what happened between me and Sean, because I don't know him to be my cousin. But let's just say something like that had took place, right? And let's say he passed away and he left money to me and everything like that. But he told his brother to give it to me. And I don't know his brother. And his brother don't know me. But he gave his brother my name, my address, and how to get in contact with me when he crosses over. So his brother like, boom, well, shit. My brother just died, but he swear he got this baby that none of the family ever seen before. We don't know him. So therefore, the baby mama probably don't even know that he left her any money. So I'm going to steal it. I'm going to find out who she know. I'm going to see if I know anybody who she know. And we going to all work together and we going to steal this money. I'll cut y'all off some. So y'all work together and steal the money and shit like that. You contact your people that's in high places, the masons, the judges, the lawyers, and everything like that. You start contacting them because you're like, boom, it's money on the flow. Like, I got enough money to pay you $20,000, you $20,000, you $10,000. I'm gonna get him $5,000, and I'm gonna get that one $40,000 because we really need the signature from him. So boom, it's done for. You know, we got over $1 million that we twerking with. We about to pay these people to do this, and we about to live good. And y'all do it. And y'all steal this money and everything like that. But I happen to be intuitive, a psychic, can talk to the dead in real life. And my homie come and tell me like, hey, you know, I left you some money. Not only did I leave you some money, your daddy left you some money. Your grandma left you some money too. And your family, your baby daddies, and all your friends keep on stealing it and working together to steal it and shit like that. And they worked with the Masons and the Eastern Stars and shit, the people in high places to cover it up. But what they didn't know is that we was cousins, and my same cousins that did the fucked up shit because they Masons and they stole from you and shit happen to be your cousins too. So when you call your people and you be like, hey, yeah, I got a problem, they be like, oh, don't worry about this shit. You know, I'm Masons, I'm Eastern Star, I'm Illuminati. Like, I'm gonna get this shit handled for you, baby girl. Don't even trip. Then boom, they find out like, what? You mean to tell me you the motherfucker that stole the money from my niece? You did this and you did that. You did this. Bitch, that's your cousin. Boom. Boom. Speaking of Tyler Perry and Angela and why did I get married and her saying, oh, I hope he's dead. Remember when she said that? Like, well, I ain't need to get a shot. I already got a shot already. I was just waiting on you to tell me. Boom. Like, that's what I'm coming up with. Like, oh, I don't need to know that y'all stole all my money and everything. I don't need the tangible proof. I've been knew because my spirit guides told me. Boom. But you motherfuckers now got to pay for this shit in the justice system. Or you got to pay with your life. Because as above, so below. And you dish it out so you reap what you sow. And that's the energy that I'm picking up on right now. Like, somebody stole a whole bunch of money from their motherfucking cousin, not knowing that they was their cousin. And then somebody stole a whole bunch of money from their cousin and they knew that it was their cousin. And it was all behind like a baby daddy and life insurance money, child support money, and money from somebody's crossed over parents. But like, imagine, well, if we get the whole family to work with us and say this and say that, then we can all team up on her and gang up on her and steal her money. And who's going to believe her? Because it's all of us against her. That's taking place right now. And for some reason, I'm channeling that in Kanika Jenkins and Shanquella Robinson. Because it's teamwork make the dream work around this motherfucker. And them motherfuckers ganged up. It's called gang stalking. To make the dream work. To get insurance money. To knock a bitch off. To keep some shit under the rug. To be in a gang. To be initiated into some gang rivalry ass shit. That's what I be saying. You have to pay attention to shit. And the police be right in the middle of that shit. Right in the middle of gang initiations. I be paying attention to that shit. And that's why I said, like that little bitch yesterday coming on here yelling across the street and doing all that extra shit. She wanted somebody to come over there so she could get initiated right into the motherfucking ground. 6 feet under. It's just what people do. Or they'll be thinking that they setting something up. Oh yeah, you mess with her brother, she gonna really do this and she gonna really do that. We gonna have a reason to shoot her for real then. Or a reason to call the police for real then. Fuck you, motherfucker. Y'all is out of here. It's done and over with. Like, your tactics are not working. You keep losing. And you gonna keep losing. But that's what I'm getting. That's what I'm getting. And I was talking to my honey about this last night. Me and Tobias was on the phone for a minute. I keep telling Tobias, like, dang, when I get you on the phone, I can't stop talking. Like, I be running off at the mouth. I think I was on the phone with him for like 3 hours yesterday. But that's because I don't get to see him like that. So I be running off at the mouth when I talk to him. And then when I actually do get to see him, I be so excited to see him that I just be in his space, per se. But I was talking to him about all this shit yesterday. And I'm glad, like, as he was talking back to me, I'm glad he was, like, noticing some of the stuff that I was saying. Like, he like, you don't got to explain yourself to me. Like, I get this. I get it. I get it. I get it. I get it. And at first, I thought he just didn't get it. So when I was talking to him yesterday, I was kind of feeling a little bit better that he actually do get some of the stuff that I be talking to him about. Like, whether he was showing it to me or not, or acting like he understood or not, it's like, okay, maybe he do understand. He is seeing what I was talking about, because I'm never going to lie to you. And I was telling him that yesterday, like, I don't want to lie to you. Like, I want to have a trust in the relationship that we have going on, whether it's friendship or whatever the case may be. I don't want you to be looking at me as a liar or somebody who make excuses and shit like that. I be telling somebody the honest to God truth about everything. So, yeah, I was telling him that last night too. He's like, no, I get it. I see this or I see that. And I was kind of glad to hear him say that, because I don't think he was getting it at first. I think he just thought I was crazy like everybody else until he actually started being around me for real. And I was telling him that, like, I think I met Tobias on like May 12th or something like that. It's about to be a year coming up, I remember. And I still have every single last text message that we ever sent each other. Like, whatever day I met him and gave him my number and he texted me, I still have that very same text message all the way down to whenever the last time I texted him. So, that's because I couldn't figure him out at first either. But I'm thinking that he's starting to understand what I was saying and what I've been telling him since day one. And it's about to be a year, 365. And I think he finally get it. He finally get what I've been trying to explain to him. And I think he kind of get the fact of when I say I have gifts. You know, sometimes people just got to see something to believe it. I think he's finally seeing it. And I was talking to him about that last night.
Can I use it?
Yes. And relationships. Okay, baby, I'm coming out. I was talking to him about relationships too, and being in one, and like my goals, and getting married, and living, and being a mom, stepmom, having blended families, stepdads, and working together. And I was planning the whole trip with his motherfucking finances and money last night, telling him what we should do and what he needs to pay for. Because he know I ain't got it. I'm here, fuck with me. You know I got it. But fuck with me. You know I got it. And yes. I was planning some trips. Like, oh, we can take the kids here. We can do this with the kids. We can do that with the kids. And then we can take a vacation and do this. And we can do that. And I was telling him I want to play tennis too. Like, he need to take me on a tennis date. Especially since he always be calling me Serena Williams. I was telling him he need to take me on a date. A tennis date. To play tennis or something. And I was talking to him about my weight and stuff like that. And being bloated, and I was talking to him about everything. But if you can see, I was looking 9 months pregnant. But I was telling him I've been drinking my gallons of water and stuff. And you can see that my stomach is starting to go back down. Like, you can see the booty curve. You see the curve that goes to the booty? Well, the stomach had one too, like that. But now it's starting to go back down. So you can see my little flap. It don't look pregnant. It's a flap, the fupa. So I've been working on that. I need to start running. That's what I was telling him. Like, we can go jog or something, or walk and exercise and do all of that good stuff. And you know, that stuff you can do with kids too, or without. Like, I got so many ideas, and there's so much stuff that I want to do. So I was talking about all of that. in the midst of talking to him last night. I gotta take this bed downstairs. Man, I done brought the whole damn bed and box spring up here because I can't sleep on the floor. Now I gotta take it back downstairs. Yeah, baby. But yeah. Hold on. Oh, my bad. Now he said he's still using the bed. But yeah. I don't know. My baby got to use the bathroom, so I'm done for the moment. I still need to do my edges and stuff. But I ain't about to go nowhere anyway, so it can wait. I just wanted to get that off my chest. I didn't know I was going to start talking about all of that. I really just was going to get on here and talk about writing in my digital diary. But maybe God wanted me to talk about that. I was talking about babies too last night. That is so funny. Because I was telling Tobias, like, I'm about to turn 35 on my birthday, which is July 9th. Stop it laughing. Come here. Come here, grand dog. Now look at him, stuck. Come here. Come here, BB. So, my kids was outside.
Can I explain it?
The other day.
Oh, wait, you
And
the story? Yeah.
first of all, next door, my god brother, he got like 3 big ass dogs, but he got a fence and stuff that he locked the dogs up in and everything like that. My kids happened to be outside 2 days ago. 2 days ago, they was outside playing Mari and Mally in front of the house. And some way, somehow, all 3 of my god brothers, big ass pit bulls and dogs and shit gets out. Shut up. They gets out or whatever. And I was sitting in here on the couch. I hear my baby start screaming, "Mommy!" And then they run through the door or whatever. So I hop up off the couch and go to the door. These motherfucking dogs damn near looked like they was going to chase my sons inside of the house. But I had just let my granddog and my nephew dog out. You see them? I had just let them out. So when they went outside, my kids, the dogs got out. Mally said, "It's Mari. You see those dogs?" Mari seeing the dogs, and they started to come in the house. The dogs act like they wanted to chase my motherfucking kids in the house. They was barking and running up to the porch. I happened to realize, like, oh damn, I just let my granddogs outside. So I'm like, "Lavin, Cosmo." And Cosmo came to the porch, so I let him in the house. But Lavin was still outside. He was at the next door neighbor's house over there, where they have a little dog too. And my godbrother dogs came from next door and really attacked my motherfucking granddog. Like, his head was bleeding, everything like that. But I'm glad that I had let the dogs outside. And we got little puppies, as y'all can see. Like, they're little. They're twins.
They got a white little puppy out there, but the big ones.
I let them outside to use the bathroom, and because they was outside and I started calling them in the house once I realized my kids were screaming and shit, the distraction of the puppies being outside, the dog went and fucked up my granddog instead. He went and bit up my granddog. He didn't bite my kids. But when I went to the door, he was damn near acting like he wanted to run in the door with me as I'm calling the other dogs in. Then my godbrother came outside and called him. And the pit bull ran back to my godbrother's house, but the other 2 dogs ran down the street. But I'm trying to figure out how the fuck they get out the fence.
Right, that's the real thing.
Because you got to open that bitch.
They probably opened it.
You got to open it. And for all 3 of the dogs to escape, you had to let them out. You know?
No, the only thing who's wrong, me and Mari didn't hear nothing close.
Like a fence?
Yes.
They just appeared out of nowhere?
I didn't hear a door close or a fence open.
Definitely just teleported or something. Cause no.
You talking about they teleported?
Cause I didn't see them dogs until Melly said, "Mari, look."
came and chased my babies in the house and attacked my granddog. And that's what I said. I didn't call the police. I didn't call the dog pound, animal control, or nothing like that. I just was like, okay, y'all be careful when y'all go outside. Y'all be careful. But no. That's what I said. It'd be weird ass shit going on. And I said this block is very demonic. You can tell. I've only been over here a few days. One of my kids getting attacked by some dogs that randomly somehow got let out the fence. And to fuck up my granddog. He was bleeding. His head was bleeding. But I'm glad that I let the dogs out, because if I hadn't let the dogs out and the dog hadn't distracted the other dog, they would have been chewing on my fucking kids. Then there would have been a problem. But yeah, shit is just crazy. Shit just be so crazy.
If it was not a stretch, then we would have been got bit hard from that dog.
But I be peeping all the shit. That's why I'm saying. I said the authorities was going to be called over here. I never said where they were going to be going to, because I ain't got a reason to be called it. Well, actually, I got plenty of reasons that I can call the police on multiple motherfuckers on this block. However, I didn't call the cops. But this block is going to get fucked up because it's too much fuckery that go on in this block. And like I said, it's a dead body on this motherfucker. For sure, for sure. In the backyard or in the basement or the walls of one of these abandoned ass houses that's on this bitch. Like the fuck I said. And that's another reason that people be mad. I be speaking up on shit that I don't know how I know the information. I just know it. And people don't know how I know the information either. I get it from God and my ancestors. And then they be mad at me and shit.
My ear hurt.
The inside? You got a sore, or the inside of it hurt?
No, only the inside of right here hurt.
You probably got a little bump.
Don't feel no bump. I just feel this.
Right, but usually when your ear hurt up there, it'd be like a little tiny white head or something that needs to be popped.
Oh, this? There's a white
All right.
head.
I'm up now. My babies just got up. So, yeah. Mari's awake. Mally's awake. The big kids are gone to their friend's house. Allegedly, they was having a birthday party over there. Lex, Mir, and Lily all spent the night. I hope they have a good time. And they don't get in no trouble. They do what they're supposed to do and make it back safely. But me and Mally and Mari are here. So,
Mario,
yeah.
There was 2 TVs so I could play with you. I wish there was 2 TVs.
But you wouldn't need, the problem isn't the 2 TVs. You would need 2 games.
I know. This is a 1 player.
Well, it's a 1 player. Okay, I'm getting off.
Because I need a...
You wondered how it used to be when we had our house and Mally had a game. I mean, Mari had a game and Mir had a PlayStation 2.
And,
And y'all used to be screaming through the motherfucking house, yelling at each other through them goddamn headphones. All right, bye, family.
But last time, only me was playing. That's what I want to do again.
Spin the check and get it right back. I kept saying that to Tobias last night. Like, you need to take me on a trip. You need to put me in the house. Spin the check and get it right back. Please and thank you. Spin the check and get it right back. I mean, what you working all them hard hours for? Them long hours and overtime for? I mean, yes, for yourself and your kids, but add me to the list. Spin the check and get it right back. Spin the check and get it right back. But spin that check. Nah. But one thing Tobias can say, it's been a whole year for real. I ain't been asking him for nothing, so what can I get for my birthday? What do I get for my birthday? What do I get for my birthday? Yes. If we still talk about his birthday, I'm gonna make sure I get him something nice for his birthday too, because last year I ain't really expected him to give me nothing for my birthday. We had just met in May. My birthday is in July. I ain't get him nothing for his birthday because I was fucked up and shit like that. But this year, what can I get for my birthday? I got you too. So, yeah. Shit, these kids, I was telling him that too. Like, I want to do something for all of our birthdays this year. I never do nothing for my birthday per se. And let me see. It's been a minute since my kids even did anything for their birthdays, for real, for real. So I wanted to do something for everybody's birthday this year. And me and Mally's come up first. Mally's July 3rd, mine's July 9th. Then Mari is August the 7th. Then Lex is September the 8th. Then Mir is October the 17th. So we like boom, boom, boom. July, August, September, October. Then I catch a break because Lily's birthday not till February. And I want to do something for everybody's birthday this year because we haven't been able to do nothing for the last couple of years because we've been trying to stay afloat with dealing with all this bullshit that we've been dealing with. So we wasn't celebrating no birthdays or nothing like that. And now I'm ready because, again, we deserve it, you know. We've been fighting for our motherfucking life, so we ain't been worried about celebrating no birthdays or no shit like that. But this year, I want to do something. And this year, I turned 35, and I was telling that to Tobias last night, too. Like, since I never do nothing for my birthday, I really actually do want to do something. Like, I want to get dressed. Like, heels, dress, go get my hair done and shit like that. Nails, toes, pamper me day type of ordeal. And then I want to go out and have fun. Like, I was telling him that. So, yeah. What can I get for my birthday? So, anywho, I'm getting off of here because I want something. I really want to eat a hot dog. I don't know why I've been craving hot dogs. I was talking to Tobias about cravings too because I want some fish. Ooh, y'all want some fish?
Yes, Mommy, last night I said I want some fish too.
You said you want some fish when I said I want some fish?
Yeah.
Since when does you like fish?
No, I said I don't like. I didn't say I don't like fish. I said I don't.
You don't like shit but Takis.
Yes, I do.
Mine.
I want some fish. And I was saying I wanted some spinach. And I want some hot dogs. I was talking about craving foods. We was talking about that last night. And I was like, usually if you're craving and you're not pregnant or nothing, your body is craving the nutrients from the food that you're craving. Your body needs it or is lacking it. I don't know. He told us, oh, girl, I thought you were about to tell me that you was pregnant. Tobias, out here on Beyonce, you wish I was your baby mama. Boy, I'm looking good as fuck. Boy, please. You better come shoot the club up. What can I get for my birthday? That's funny. All right, bye, y'all. I think I said bye like several times already.